My name is Paige and I study broadcast journalism in second year at Salford University.
The purpose of the news days that you do.
So the purpose of news days is essentially to get everybody in the class to work as a team to produce something that would be aired on the news, either on TV or radio, and it's really good practice for when you go into industry because you will be doing things like that. So everybody has a set role that they do to achieve like a group project.
What role did you play in your most recent news day?
So I was mobile producer, which is basically editor of audio and TV. So I did it for radio and TV, and I had to come in the morning, and everybody would send me their news packages, and then I'd edit them all together, add in like cutaways and little sound bites and stuff. And then once I finished it, I would export it to the studio if I did it correctly, which I did not do correctly. And then the studio would play it out live.
Piece of breaking news, what would be the process to go about covering that?
Okay, so if there's a piece of breaking news, I've not experienced this like in our news days yet, but what you'd probably do is if you had enough time before you went on air, you'd send someone out to the scene straight away. Like we had in the morning of ours last week, we had Chinatown, a building in Chinatown set on fire and 2 people were killed in it. So we'd sent people out in the morning to that scene to get images, and then they live fed it over to us, and I would quickly bash it all together and then send it out. So the newsreader would be like, breaking news, just in, there's been a fire in Chinatown and sadly 2 people have died. So it's just a really quick turnover compared to the other packages which have been done in the whole week. So just on that day it's just a bit of a mad rush basically if you have breaking news.
Once you graduate using all this knowledge you've gained?
So I think I actually realised that I didn't want to be a journalist, which is bizarre because that's the whole concept of the course. I really enjoy editing, that's why I was mobile producer in both the news days. So I'd love to go into some sort of editing, whether it's radio, TV, or even doing things like documentaries. So I think for me it means that I'll have to work outside of my lecture times really hard to teach myself those skills that I need in order to get into the editing industry. So definitely need lots of work experience and things like that.